Hey folks, Martin Vavra here, Galaxy Sailor Productions. Got another episode for you this week, so let's get going. This week's topic is about how you need to be turned on all of the time, and I don't mean in that way. So again, my whole plan of being able to do many failures is to be able to find all of the places where I learned something, where I screwed up, where I have some little bit of information that might help people, and be able to put it out there into the world with helping anyone else who would be struggling similar to me. So a couple of years ago, I had an opportunity with an agency here in town. I had met a person at a networking event. I had been asked to come down to their offices one day after a couple of these social networking meetings. Now, I had built up sort of a friendship and social networking discussion relationship with this person. So when we had exchanged emails and I had been invited down to the office, I had made a very inappropriate expectation. We had been discussing things on a very social basis while networking at these various events, and the email made it seem very casual. So when I did show up at the office, I found out as I got there for my meeting with this person that she was busy and not going to be meeting with me, but there was a whole group of people that I was going to sit down with. None of these people I had ever met. I have no idea who they were. I was being introduced to them for the very first time, which immediately put me off. And then we sat down in a conference room and they said, "Okay, why are you here?" Which immediately put me off a little bit more. And so I struggled while I was sitting there to know why I was there. Originally, my idea was I was going to meet with this person that I was already comfortable with, that I had already had these social interactions with, and that I would be extending that social networking conversational piece that I already had into something that might turn into work. So now I'm trying to prove myself to a bunch of strangers. I haven't met any of these people, and now I'm trying to justify why I am sitting there in front of them. Essentially, they wanted to know very immediately that I had things that they wanted and needed right then and there. But I was completely thrown off by the fact that I wasn't meeting with this person that I was comfortable with. The point of all of this is that from my perspective in what we do, we should be ready to go with who we are at a moment's notice. That seems really easy, but it was actually really difficult for me to flip the switch right there on the spot, to go from my expectation of having a social, interactive meeting with someone that I was already comfortable with to literally pitching myself in front of a bunch of strange people at a moment's notice. I was not ready for that. I lost the opportunity to do work with these folks, and they're very high end. If you're in Portland and probably other places, and I was to give you the name of this company, they're high end. They're one of the bigger agencies doing work in town, and I lost that. Now, one of the things I also learned from all of that interaction, not having been ready to go, was that I also kind of played myself down. When they asked me, "Can you do this? Can you do that?" I said, "Yeah, I can do those things, but you know, I'm always willing to learn. I'm always willing to get better. I'm always willing to..." As soon as I said that, they were done with me. They didn't want to know that I might have a little bit of insecurity. They didn't care about any of that. What they wanted was someone who was ready to come in, deliver the goods, have it on time, have it on budget, and have it be at the quality that they expect. And that is what my job was to do. And since then, I've had a few other opportunities. I've fumbled some of them in the same way. Some of them just weren't a good fit. But the fact is, I have had to learn. I am always on. I am always ready to go. It's always right there. It's lingering at the back of my mind. It is ready to go like a hair trigger. Every time that I have tried to play the gentleman, not brag too much, try to keep everything in check, really kind of keep the ego reeled in, as soon as I didn't show extreme confidence in what I was doing and what our abilities were as a group of people, or even myself, I lost the hook. This is a business. It's a business of art. I would highly recommend that you are always on point with who you are and what you can do. Thanks for watching this episode. Make sure you guys check out all of the stuff and places and things where I am on the social media stuff. I'm always looking for people to help out, participate, comment, question, and be a part of this whole conversation. I'll catch you guys next week. Make sure you watch out for all the live videos as well, where I'm not talking about anything in particular, but people really like the live videos. So hopefully it's a chance for you guys to be able to interact a little bit more with me, because that's a thing and you probably want to do that. All right, see you next week. Thanks.